in my clock, I can't stop. Fuck around, make my 40 pop. No popcorn, I pop pistols. Reaming my body, clothing no issue. Bitch, you look sick, you need a tissue. You drop a body, I just might bless you. I'm metrosexual.
What is going on, guys? It's Wraith here, back with another video. Now in today's video, again, this is from the highly requested video where a lot of you guys asked me what you wanted to see and what you wanted me to make a video on. So this is from one of those ideas, and the first one is basically how to rotate properly, and I'm going to be talking about two different things. One, I'm going to be talking how to rotate and go for kills, so for pubs or even in arena if you want to go for kills. And then the next one I'm going to be talking about if you want to stay alive and play for the end game and play competitive. Well, then I'm going to give you guys some tips here as well. So if you're looking forward to that, make sure you smash that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and comment what you want to see for a future video. Like I said, I'm always trying my best to read and reply to every single comment. And you guys already know I will be streaming today. I will be mostly practicing for the trios, so I probably won't be playing with you guys that much, but if you do ever want to play with me, I always will be streaming playing with you guys. So if you want to check that out, come over and watch the stream. Send the link to the description or just look up WraithAM on Twitch. But yeah, basically that's it. Use creator code WraithFN and let's get into the game, or into the tips. Yeah, let's say that. Okay, so we're going to be talking about pubs first, and basically for pubs we're going to say if you're going for kills, or again you can use this for arena if you're going for kills. But the main thing you want to know about rotation is you want to know where highly contested areas are and you want to go there. So for example, if you land Neo Tilted, let's say, you can, after you clear Neo Tilted or kill a couple of people or even whatever, loot up, you can use a slipstream, and then you're going to want to go to that little hangar in between Dusty and Salty, and you should find one person on the way to the hangar, and if not, you can go to the very top of the hangar, and the hangar is like that white thing that sits in the sky with like the 4 little wind turbines that you can go up to. So you want to hit that and see if you can see anyone, and then once you see someone, you just want to dive on them, and if you don't see anyone, just go into Salty, go into Dusty, go into Mega, use that as rotation, and I guarantee you, you will find someone. And again, if you're coming out of Paradise Palms, let's say, go hit the Rift to go, or hit the Slipstream and go past Fatal, go to the hangar, see if you find anyone. If not, just use a hangar to go into Salty, Dusty, or even go visit the other hangar in between Dusty and Salty. Because basically what the hangars are in this season they're very, very important to get a lot of high kill games. You can use that and just fly on people or third party or whatever you want to do. Trusting the hangar is actually really, really good for rotations or whatever you want to do basically. And I highly, highly recommend going to them because that will just give you the best chance of getting as many kills as possible. Another thing you want to make sure you know about is going places that are like in the middle of the map. So for example, if you just use the hangar and you can't see anyone, go to the middle of the map. So basically what that means is, or not in the middle of the map, but the middle of the safe zone. So for example, if the safe zone in the middle is, again, most likely it's going to be like Dusty or something like that, go there and I guarantee you will find people to third party, you will find normal people, whatever the case is. I guarantee you if you go to the middle of the map, you will find people to fight. That's where a lot of people hang out. A lot of people always go to the middle. Unless you're going for the win, which I'll talk about later, then most of the time you will be just chilling on the edge of the map. So it's very, very important. Go to the middle, and trust me, I guarantee you will get way, way more kills. So that's kind of it for pubs. Pubs is pretty easy. Like I said, just go to the middle of the map and use the slipstreams or whatever to rotate on people and find out where the best and the most amount of people are. The more you play the game, the more you'll be able to know where like high rotation places are, like Dusty or whatever the place is. But now let's get into comp, which is a little bit more difficult. So the first thing I'm going to say, and it's basically do the opposite of everything I just said. So the first thing is you want to stick to the edge of the safe zone. You don't want to go into the middle of the safe zone. You don't want to go where unless it's the later zone, like for example right now in this gameplay, if this was a comp game, then yes, you can box up in the middle. But if it's like only the first or second zone, then yes, you definitely want to stay on the edges. Just the reason are you have less chances of fighting people, you have less chances of getting third party, because a lot of people will be chilling in the middle or already boxed up, that if you're on the edge, you have a way less chance of fighting people. And like I said, even if you do, there's not going to be that many odds that someone else is just chilling there. And for example, if you're rotating out of Lucky, there's not going to be a high chance that there's going to be 6 other people rotating around that same area, right? So it's very, very important. Make sure you stick to the edge of the map. Now the next thing is stay away from hotspots. So like I said, the more you play the game, the more you'll find hotspots and figure out what hotspots are and where to avoid and where to go. If it depends if you're going for kills or you're going for the win. So the hotspots I like to think of are, one would be dusty, one would be salty, and the reason for that is like, it's again, they're in the middle of the map and a lot of people end up rotating through the middle of the map. There's again two of those little white things in the air. I already forgot what I called them, but there's two of those white things in the area that basically you can land to and use to rotate. So there's always people in the middle of the map. So like I said, stay away. And again, once you figure out, I feel like I keep saying it again, but once you figure out where the hotspots are in the game, you want to stay away from those. Like I said, somewhere like Neo, Retail, Salty, Dusty, all those places, you want to stay away from, because there's going to be a hell amount of people there, and you definitely don't want to be going for a fight if you're going for the win, right? Because the more fights you take, the more likely you are of dying. Now, the next thing I want to say is stay away from the hangars. And again, basically I said go to the hangars if you want to get kills, but if you want to go for the win, stay away from them. A lot of people end up rotating towards the hangars to go to the middle of the map, or using them to rotate. So there's always fighting by them. There's always people camped up top of them. So if you're going for a win, stay away from them. Make sure you don't push up wherever you're going to the hangar, because I guarantee you there will already be someone boxed up there. There's going to be probably one person underneath it using it to rotate, and then more people will come on. So you're just basically you're getting in a fight 100% if you're going there. Basically just how it is. It's very unfortunate. The hangars are really good rotation, but unless you're like rotating and it's late and the zone's already moving and it's not in the safe zone, then I would recommend just staying away from it completely. So now let's talk about endgame, and endgame is very, very different for when it comes to kind of rotation ability. So basically, a lot differs is if you have mobility or not. So let's say for the fact you have a launch pad, okay? So basically, for the first moving zone, I recommend, unless you're forced to, don't use your mobility until it starts getting moving. So the first moving zone, let's say if you have a launch pad. So if you have a launch pad, what I would recommend doing is, if it's pretty far away, like there's no chance of you tunneling, then basically you want to hold people. So you want to wait till the zone starts pushing you, and you just want to hold people who don't have a launch pad and they're rotating, so you can just shoot at them, you can spam your AR, you can snipe at them, whatever the case is. You can get easy damage shots, you can even get some easy damage kills, because people are so focused on rotating, so scared of dying to the storm, that they don't really build, and not a lot of people can protect themselves completely when they're tunneling. So all you have to do is just build them when they're rotating in, and then the second the storm is about to touch you, all you have to do is place the launch pad and you're golden. Same with the shadow bombs. If you have shadow bombs, all you have to do is wait for people, wait for them to finish rotating, and then once they start rotating, all you have to do then is basically just chill, kill them, and then shadow bomb, right? Very, very easy. You just want to wait, chill a couple seconds. There's no need to rush. You can relax, go for the kills. If not, just relax, and then use the launch pad. Now, let's say if you don't have any mobility, then it becomes a little bit difficult. I would say a lot of people end up waiting, and they just want to say, okay, well, what happens if this guy has mobility? What happens if the guy next to me has mobility? Should I wait for him? I personally don't think you should wait, because if you wait and they don't have mobility, you're going to have to worry about the people holding you, and then you're going to get in trouble, right? So something I suggest doing is, if you have no mobility, try your best to rotate early. And if you can't, like if you start getting beamed or whatever, tons of people start pressuring you, then yeah, start building and just wait. You're gonna have to wait. You can't really do much else. But if no one's beaming you or anything like that, then I highly recommend that you try your best to rotate as early as possible, and then that'll just give you the best chance of making it to the next safe zone without getting beamed. But again, it's very, very up to you. Sometimes you might have to pressure someone just to get mobility, because basically if you're waiting and you have no mobility and you don't have much mats, you're probably gonna have to pressure someone, because if you have no mobility, no mats, the tunnel, whatever the case is, you're in some trouble, right? If you don't have mobility but you have mats, like, you're okay. You like, obviously it's nice to have mobility, but if you don't have it, well, then that's fine, right? So it's very, very important. You want to make sure you have at least mats, and if you don't, then you're probably gonna have to fight someone and force them to use their launch pad, or force them to rotate or whatever, right? Because some people, if you force them, they're gonna launch pad right away. So you can't really tell if they have a launch pad, but sometimes if you don't have mobility, you're gonna have to make a risk. You're gonna have to go for the full send, and you're gonna have to try and kill them. But yeah, that's basically it for today's video. Hopefully that guys kind of helped you guys out for rotations. You can go a little bit more in depth into end game or going for kills or whatever you guys want to see. Just let me know in the comments down below. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash the like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, use creator code WraithFN in the item shop, and come to the stream and talk with me, play with me, chill with me, whatever the point is. And yeah, I hope you guys all have a good day, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.